We're doing NBA player props here on PrizePicks for Wednesday, October 26th. Before I get started, there's a link in the description below to sign up for PrizePicks, or you can use promo code TUFF to sign up. PrizePicks will match 100% of your first deposit. In the description below of this video, there's also a Discord link where right now the main server is completely free. Over 1,000 members now in the Discord, just super supportive community. Everyone's just trying to help each other win. And then Patreon link is in the description below this video as well, where I do give all the plays here I'm making on PrizePicks for each given sport that I do play: NBA, college football, NFL. Just to keep it as transparent as possible, yesterday was not a great day on Patreon. Still, I guess, more green than red. Clay sold, got ejected in that game. CJ McCollum, I think he shot like 6 for 25 or 6 for 26. Like, horrible shooting percentage. Cade might be on the ban list soon. I added a lean for him fantasy, and that missed as well. And then DeAndre Ayton finished with 16 points. But nonetheless, we did hit both YouTube plays yesterday. The Monte Morris fantasy and then the Trey Man PRA both came through. So we've been on quite a run here as far as YouTube plays go, looking to keep that up. But again, I'm not a gambling expert, not financial advice. These are simply just the plays I'm personally looking at making, hopefully giving you guys some insight and analysis to make your own player props here on PrizePicks. And I just do want to mention, I mean, in the long run of betting, you know, you obviously want to be winning and you want to be up, but there is going to be bad days, right? That's just how this works. Anyone that says they don't have bad days is lying to you. Just keep that in mind. You know, definitely bounce back always. But let's get into it, you guys. 2 total player props that I do like here on the PrizePicks board currently. Patreon plays should be live by the time this video goes live, or at least some Patreon plays should be live. But yeah, let's get into it. So the first one I like is going to be Lauri Markkanen, and I like his over 19.5 points. I was also looking at here at over 27.5 points plus rebounds, because I mean, he is getting rebounds this season, averaging 13, 12, and 6. But I like his points here. Lauri Markkanen obviously did not hit in his last game, had 14. 3 previous games before that, 17, 24, 31, and 14. But if you take a look at this game here against the Houston Rockets, playing a back-to-back against Houston, he played 31 minutes, had 14.6 rebounds and 1 assist, but he shot 7 for 19 from the field, so his worst shooting game so far this season. He also shot 0 for 6 from three-point attempts. Over 6, 0%. I mean, we're talking about Lauri Markkanen. He's like a career 36, 37% three-point shooter. Also missed all 3 of his free throw attempts as well. Right, so that's just uncharacteristic here of Lauri Markkanen. This game was at Houston. They're playing now tonight at Utah. You can see this game here. The over/under for this game is sitting at 234 total points. Utah is the favorite here, playing in Utah. I mean, Utah is a surprising team, super scrappy, fun team to watch in my opinion. Houston, a super fun team, exciting to watch as well. I would say Houston doesn't really play much defense. If you take a look at this defensive rating, Houston has the 5th lowest defensive rating in the NBA. The Brooklyn Nets, oh my gosh, it's horrendous. But Houston here, 1.18 defensive rating, for example. Milwaukee Bucks is at 99. So Houston, obviously not a great defensive team. We're looking at power forwards this season against Houston, scoring 26.7 points per game, and the rebounds as well, right? 13.2 rebounds here against power forwards. So great matchup here for Lauri Markkanen, in my opinion. Again, I don't think he shoots 36% from the field again, and I definitely don't think he doesn't make any three-point attempts. 0 for 6 and 0 for 3. I mean, he makes 2 free throws. He makes 2 of 3 free throws, and he makes 1 or even 2 of these three-point attempts. I mean, he goes over 20 points here, or over 19.5. So, I mean, he shot 7 for 19, 36% from the field, and still scored 14 points. I think it's still a bounce back game here for Lauri Markkanen. I'm taking the over here on this one, 19.5 points. Again, like I said, you could also take a look at points plus rebounds here, or even his PRA looks decent. But I think points probably the safest floor here. We saw Jared Vanderbilt. I guess he plays technically like another wing position here for the Jazz, and he had like 11 or 12 rebounds in that game. So I like Lauri Markkanen here to bounce back against Houston. Horrible defensive team. He's obviously going to take the majority of the shots for this Jazz team. I'm taking the over here. Lauri Markkanen, 19.5 points. Wednesday is going to be another power forward points prop. I'm going to go with Evan Mobley over 14.5 points here against the Orlando Magic. Now, Evan here having kind of a slow start to his season, I think, based on what everyone projected him to have. He had that terrific rookie year, just absolutely fantastic rookie year for him. He's had points of 14, 16, and 10. 10 points against the Wizards here in this last game. Shot 2 for 7 from the field, 28%. Made all 6 of his free throw attempts. But only taking 7 shots, 9 shots, and 9 shots in each of these 3 games here. Obviously, there's not really much depth behind him. He's good for, take a look at this. I mean, he's played 36, 25, and 37 minutes. I'm hoping that this game remains close here. Orlando versus Cleveland, first game of the day here. I'm hoping this game remains close. The over-under's at 24.5. Cleveland is favorites here. But I hope in this game remains close here because it is a terrific, terrific matchup here for Evan Mobley, right? The Orlando Magic opponent averages to the power forward position, 34.6 points to the power forward position this season. Fantasy points as well at 60.9. This is also a play, in my opinion, his fantasy score because he does get those blocks, right? He's come kind of somewhat close to this season without even shooting the ball that well because he does get those blocks and steals those peripheral stats. Obviously, he's a defensive player here. But, I mean, just look at forwards against the Orlando Magic game log this year. John Collins had 23 and 13. Bojan Bogdanovic had 24 and 5. Julius Randle had 25 and 12. And Jason Tatum had 40 and 8. Right? Even Grant Williams, minutes off the bench, had 13. Jaylen Brown. DeAndre Hunter, I guess he plays that kind of power forward wing hybrid position. He had 12 points as well. So power forwards and just forwards, that was, not necessarily shooting guards, kind of just that hybrid wing position, which I believe kind of Evan Mobley fits that mold of like a forward center, small forward kind of a range for him. They've absolutely feasted against the Magic this season. I mean, you can't get a better matchup here for Evan Mobley. I mean, the Magic giving up 5 more points than the next team here against the power forward position, giving up a ton of rebounds as well, 12.8. So, I mean, you could also take a look at a few of these plays. 22.5 points plus rebounds is a strong one as well, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm going to go with 14.5 points here for Evan Mobley in this game against the Orlando Magic. Not going to overthink this one. These are the 2 plays here for YouTube. Lauri Markkanen over 19.5 points. Evan Mobley over 14.5 points. Both these guys were teammates last season on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Definitely in new roles here, but I like the over on both these guys here in these games. 4:10 p.m. start Pacific time for Evan Mobley, Lauri Markkanen, 6 p.m. Let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about these props. All right, obviously, again, not a gambling expert, not financial advice. Hit the subscribe button, drop a like on this video, and as always, let's cash.